4 hours or 3 hours before I clock to 12 o'clock. And I have a target. That strategy will work for all of us. Yeah.
Hey everybody, hey. Good morning, good morning.
That one is crazy.
And I'm going to say, if you're watching, I'm happy that you're able to catch me live. Now I'm clearing out the other.
Are you guys seeing what firewood? This is the firewood.
Okay, so hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. I am ready to have my breakfast. And I'm going to share a great conversation with you guys. Just give me half of a second. Today I'm going to have, where is my mouse? I hope everyone is doing good. I hope everybody's doing good. Cordelia Vakude. Hello. I don't know that I recognize your name, but hi. I'm Dr. Priscilla, and today you're going to have breakfast with me. I'm going to answer some questions, give you some advice, learn something from you, and share breakfast. Today I'm having coffee and eggs. That's what I'm going to have in just a moment. So where are you from? Where are you from, Cordelia? Where do you live? Tell me, where do you live? Where do you live, Cordelia? I'll wait for your answer. South Africa. And what time of day is it for you right now? What time is it for you right at this moment? Hi, Nayokabi. Welcome to my live. I'm happy that you're here. And where are you from? It's 12, 17, 12. So it's about 5:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Okay, fantastic. For me, it is 10:30 a.m. in the morning. So I want you all to interact with each other because I'm going to give you some strategies that are going to really, really work for you. I forgot to title this YouTube session, but that's okay because we're just having breakfast. And I'm going to get to that breakfast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm ready to dive into our session for today. Now, Yokobi, I'm Dr. Priscilla, and I live in the U.S. So, where? Oh, you're from Kenya. Yay, Kenya! Kenya's in the house. South Africa's in the house. USA is in the house. This is amazing. I'm going to tell you all about my journey of 1K and 4K and how that journey has transpired for me with little stress. This session is going to be interactive. And when I say that this session is going to be interactive, this is what I want you to be able to do when you go live on your live stream as well. Should you decide to go live on live stream, I want you to consider doing the exact same thing. So Nayokabi, I know that you already have 1,000 subscribers, but I don't know if you have your watched hours yet. So if you don't have your watched hours yet, we can talk about your watched hours. And I'm looking down here at my computer. And Cordelia, you only have 452 subscribers at this very moment. And I am not a subscriber of yours. That's why I didn't recognize your name. But in about 5 minutes, I am going to be a subscriber. I just want to check out your page. While I'm checking out your page, and before I subscribe, I just want to make sure that you are someone that I can vibe with. Just looking at what I've seen so far. I don't even need 5 minutes. You're in. So I am going to become your 453rd subscriber. Now, I am not advocating that anyone start to subscribe to someone at the very same time that you want to live stream. It's totally up to you if you decide to do that. But there may be some consequences for you if it is perceived that you are spamming. And so you want to make sure that you're not perceived as spamming. And since I'm only doing just one at the moment, I am now a new subscriber. What I would like for you to do, Cordelia, you're listening to me right now, but you may decide I might not be a good fit for you. If you find that I'm not a good fit for you, then please do not subscribe. But I think you'll be able to vibe with me today. Now, and hey, Nige! Hello! Welcome to my this is my second live of 2025 because I went on last night for about an hour and a half. So today, I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay on, but I am on. I'm going to get my coffee. And we're going to have a conversation. What I hope that you'll get from this conversation that I'm going to have, I want you to focus on what you know about my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Empowered Living. Empowered Living. So I want to talk to you in a way that is empowering, that is going to help you get to where you want to be by a specific time. That's what empowerment means. Empowerment means having the tools to do what you want to do. Now, because I said this is interactive, green app. On the green app, I don't even know what the green app is. What is the green app? What's the green app? I don't know what the green app is. I'm on so many things. But what is the green app? Tell me, what is the green app and what do we do on the green app? No, I seriously want to know. I seriously want to know what the green app is. It's a WhatsApp. I'm going to take a quick look. I'm going to go look. I hope I don't knock myself off. Yeah, I can tell you, but let me find out what Cordelia. Is it? I don't even know. I don't know how to get to the WhatsApp. I'm trying to find it. I'm going to go over here to my other computer. Cordelia. I'm going to look now. What's that? It's green app. And let's see. I'm putting in CORGEL. Oh! Hey, Cordelia. Now, Cordelia, let me remind you. No, I don't remember. But I do now. I looked on my computer and I see it's the WhatsApp group, but I don't know that we're called the green app. Okay, so I think that's why you're talking in code, but would not know that that's what it is. But yeah, yes, I saw that your name is there in that group. I don't know if you remember, I actually left the group because what we were doing there is fantastic, amazing, and wonderful. However, it did not align with me. But it's a great group, but it did not align with my goals. So I thought it would be best for me not to participate in that group because it was not in alignment. Do you understand? Okay, so that's why your name didn't really register to me immediately. But thank you so much for joining my live stream today. Now, Naji, Mama, can you teach me how you edit your videos? Well, I'm going to ask you this, and for whatever reason, I'm happy that the memory serves me well, that I believe that you came on, the last time you were on with your husband or your spouse or friend. Is that correct, Nige? I'm waiting for your answer, Nige. Were you on before with your spouse? Oh, you all can't see, but this is great coffee mate and a cup of coffee that I'm going to have. Okay, so I do remember that I asked you to do something that you did not do. And there's one thing that I can say about myself. I am a professional, which means absolutely nothing other than when I ask someone to do something and they say that they're going to do it, I am anticipating that they're going to do it and ask questions if they do not understand. If you do not understand something that I've suggested that you do, there is no way for me to guide you further. So at this point, I don't really see the necessity of teaching you how to do editing. One, I'm learning how to edit perfectly for myself, but I can show you or direct you to some tools on the internet that is absolutely free. And that first application would be Canva. I do not use Canva. I do not use Canva for my editing. I use ChatGPT and I use CapCut. But until you understand how to download Canva, practice with some of the apps that they have, it would be a challenge for me to teach you how to do the editing that I already know how to do. One, because I didn't get the follow through from something else that I was helping you with. And I think I put in a lot of time with that. Now, so today I'm going to talk to you about YouTube strategies. And now my coffee cup is cold. Let me put it back in the microwave. 3 minutes. I'm going to talk to you about YouTube and so strategies. We are on the same group on the Green app. I've been subbed to you for months. I'm gonna look again. Oh, okay. Well, I can't go. I will not go to look while I'm in this app. I'll look afterwards. But I believe you're correct. I believe I am subbed. And when you have 1,000, when you reach 1,000 subscribers, it is going to be very difficult to remember all of the subscribers, especially if they don't communicate with you on a regular basis. You may be remembering me because my name showed up in that list of who is live now, but unless I actually interact with you on a regular basis, your name doesn't really resonate with me. Nige's name resonates with me because of the conversation that she and I and her spouse had like last week. That's why I remember. So I'm going to say, does everyone know everyone in this group? Nayokabi, do you know everyone in this group? Do you know Nige? Do you know Cordelia? And vice versa. Cordelia and Nige, do you know Nayokabi? Just type in the chat if you do know these individuals. Remember, this is going to be an interactive session because this is how we retain what we know. Okay? This is how we retain what we know. Type in the chat if you know everyone that is in this session now. That would be a yes or no. And if you don't know everyone, here's my eggs. I'm going to cook 2 eggs today. So, I really would like to have some pancakes Oh, my heart. I'm going to have some pancakes today. Please, Mama, can you write them down here so that I can copy them out? No, I'm actually cooking today. So, what can you do? Can I write down what? I'm not exactly sure. What are you saying that I should write down anyway? What would you... Something smells in here. What would you like me to write down, Nige? The other day when I wrote things down, it was easy because I was using my laptop. Today my cell phone is on a stand, on a tripod. So it's not so easy, and I'm standing up. So, go ahead and get a pencil and paper so that you can write it down, and I will speak slowly and repeat whatever it is that you're asking me, okay? What was I saying? So today we're going to talk about how YouTubers can be successful in getting their watched hours. But before that, I said that this is going to be an interactive session. This session is going to be interactive. In this interactive session, it is going to require you to write down information so that I know that you're live, and we'll be sending the algorithm a message that this session is live. Now, how does this benefit me? This will benefit me because I'm going to get watch time hours for every second that you stay online. Even if you walk away, like I'm walking away, I'm still going to get the seconds, the minutes, and the hours of your being here. So I'd like to ask you to type the number 3 in the chat. The editing app, Ma, please. I have a new brand baby in my hands, Ma. Okay, so Nigel, you have a brand new baby in your hands. I understand. The word is Canva. 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 That is the app that I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to be preparing my breakfast. So, even if I wrote it down, it is going to go away when I end this session. But if you look at one of my videos and ask me to tell you what is the name of the app, I will definitely tell you when I'm sitting down and responding. Keep in mind that it is a two-way street. If you want something, you need something. I need something as well. And that something now would be, you will go to one of my videos, and I was doing one every day, but you can just watch a repeat of a video. It doesn't matter which video, because I get a message that someone has commented on a video, and I will respond back to you. So if you can remember to ask me the name, I will send it to you. Okay? So just please do that. Now I ask you all to type the number 3 so I would know who's still here with me. I know that Nigel is still here because of the question that she just asked. I know that you're still here. One of the things that is very important, if you're wanting to build your audience of watched hours and subscribers, it's going to be very important that you develop the strategy, the skill set to respond to other people. So let's just take Naji and her spouse, for example. They were talking about last week, or the last time we were talking, that they had an organization. And I said, that is fantastic. Because if you have an organization, this means that you have at least 2 people in that organization. If you have 2 people or more in that organization, encourage everyone in the organization to join that YouTube channel. That in itself is going to get that momentum going for you. Now, if you don't have that momentum going, it doesn't matter how many thumbnails, how many editing features you know and can do. It doesn't matter about that because that's not where you are. You're not there yet. The YouTube that you know today is not the YouTube 10 years ago. We are now competing with TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and any other social media outlets. Fortunately, YouTube pays the most money that you think. YouTube pays the most. Do you understand? So again, the editing app is CANVA. 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 That is the editing software. So, since we know that this is 2025, if technology has changed because of the year, think about how much more change is going to take place. We know that, or I know that, YouTube has changed what it has asked as a requirement for YouTube Shorts. Now YouTube Shorts are 3 minutes long. So if you've been doing 1 minute shorts, that's still good. But 3 minute shorts are now what is being counted. So if you create a video and it's There, listen. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? There, listen. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? There, listen. Can you hear me now? Okay, great. So there we are. Now let me go back over to the other computer. It was my microphone that was off. It was my microphone that was off. Oh, community. Can you still hear me? Pauline, can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? I have resolved the problem. Can you still hear me? Can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me now? Yes. Okay, so fantastic. Woo! Yes, we all have our moments, and thank you for letting me know. Well done. All right, so we're talking about how we're going to do what we need to do on YouTube to get visibility, to get subscribers, and have a message. I am telling you that my message is not about creating a YouTube channel. But in order to be representative on YouTube, you have to start. And if you don't know how to start, that's why I can tell you what I'm doing or what I did to get started. And it's an interactive session. When I say this is an interactive session, I'm going to answer questions for you, learn from you. Hopefully you can learn from me. In so doing, we each become empowered. We empower our life by learning from each other. So, I never got around to fixing my eggs, but I'm going to eat these pancakes. That's what I'm going to have right now. So I'm doing my makeshift way of breaking them into pieces. One of the things that I'm going to tell you that helped me the most, but I was impatient. But with my impatientness, I did stay up long hours at night to accomplish a goal. If you want to accomplish something quickly, you must have the availability of time to pursue it. Many of you may know that I work from home. I have a laptop lifestyle. With my laptop lifestyle, this means that I get to sleep when I want to, record when I want to. I don't have any other responsibilities. I don't have children at my house. I don't have a spouse. The only person that I am accountable to is myself. That is all. I'm accountable to myself. And as I learn things, I write them down. I write down things that I learn, and I'm willing to share what I learn with people who are interested in knowing how to do something specific. Does this mean that I'm going to learn everything? Absolutely no, I'm not. But I will do my best to help you. When helping you or anyone else, it's reciprocal. When you want someone to help you, you will help them. So, Owen, yes, I have a laptop lifestyle. And it gives me more flexibility than most people. Most people, well, I don't know if I don't necessarily know if it's most people. I can say that many people, let me turn the light on. Many people depend on a job, or we'll call it an investor, someone who's going to give us a paycheck at least once a month, maybe, in the US anyway. As an educator, I was paid monthly, and for 30 or 31 days, if I didn't have enough money to cover my bills, I needed to find something else differently to do, which might mean eat inside my house instead of eating outside of my home. Maybe I need to buy different groceries. Maybe I might even need to do meal prep, because when you're working outside of your home, you run out of time. If you need to be at your job at 7:30, you might need to get up at 5. I might not get up until 11:30 or 12. And even when I get up at 11:30 or 12, I don't have to get dressed if I choose not to. So this is the beauty of having a laptop lifestyle. If you have a laptop lifestyle, type 1 in the chat. If you do not, type 0 in the chat. If you have a laptop lifestyle, type 1 in the chat. Remember, this is an interactive conversation. And says, that's amazing. As an educator with a laptop lifestyle, you must have so many unique insights into balancing work and freedom. Do you find it challenging to stay connected with your students? Now, that's a loaded question, because when I was actually teaching what was my real job that paid me a monthly check, I had to go into the building every day except Saturday and Sunday. So I had to go into the building. It was when I retired that I did not have to go in. I also have another channel, just so you know. I have another channel, and that channel is monetized, and it is for English language learners. So you'll see somewhere, Speak Excellent English. That is my English learning channel. But I'm not talking to you from that channel. I'm talking to you from this channel, Empowered Living, and how it became monetized with people such as Pauline. So again, Pauline, thank you so much for helping. While managing everything remotely, any advice for others looking to blend education with a flexible lifestyle? Absolutely. Now, your name suggests that you're not a native English speaker. So I'm going to ask, what other language do you speak other than English? What other language do you speak other than English? What other language do you speak other than English? That's awesome. I'd love to check out your other channel as well. It sounds like you have a lot of valuable content to share across both. What's the focus of your second channel? Well, as I said, the second channel is for English language learners, English as a second language. So it is a channel that not only is it monetized, but my students pay me to work with them. My students pay me for conversational English. On Monday, I usually record my student, but you don't get to see the student, but you'll hear the student, and I will be live. So you'll hear my little student talking, and usually he's reading a book, he's pronouncing words, asking questions. Then for my other students, for my adult students, they may need help with their IELTS exam. They may need help with their TOEFL exam. They may need help with their medical exam. It just depends upon what they need. Then I'm there to have a conversation. So I have a group, but I'm not talking about that right now. Not only do I have that channel, I also have a folktale channel. It's folktales for every generation. And that's the beauty of having a laptop lifestyle. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want to do it, and eat breakfast as late as 11 o'clock. So this becomes brunch for me. Let's see. There are two people here, which would probably be and my other channel. So as we look at how we can be a visible force on these YouTube streets, you have 686 subscribers. Tell me, what are some of your mother language, your mother tongue is Arabic. I have a student in Bangladesh. I think he has been my student for 10 years. Since he was 20. Because he's about 30 now. I have a student who is in Algeria. My student in Bangladesh helps me with my technical problems. So that's my BA. And I talk to him about at least once a week, if not every day. At least once a week, I talk with him. In Bangladesh, it's about 6 hours difference in our time. So it's about 5 p.m. in Bangladesh. And Friday and Saturday is the weekend. So this Sunday for me, it's my weekend. Now, with 686 subscribers, what are some of the challenges that you have? What are some of the challenges that you have on your channel, on your channel? It looks like you've been a member since 2014. And a lot of people start a channel, but it wasn't as easy as it is now to be on YouTube. In 2014, which was 10 years ago, YouTube did not have the competitiveness that it has now, because we got TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, and maybe some other social medias that people are using. So, this is my professional opinion. YouTube looked at, they needed to do things a little differently. And the thing that they're doing different is making it easier for new YouTubers to have visible presence and earn money on YouTube. Don't believe that I'm trying to say that it is going to be extremely easy, because it is not going to be that easy, but it is going to be very possible. It's possible, especially if you're not shy about using technology. So if you're not shy about using technology, you should do very well on YouTube. Now, I don't know if you've answered the question, but I'll ask again. Do you have any challenges with what you want to achieve on your channel? You know, I've heard other people say that, and that I experienced that too. So I'm going to ask you a question, and it's a rhetorical question. It is not a rhetorical question, because I want you to give me your honest answer. I want you to give me an honest answer. I don't know what the purchasing style is where they speak Arabic. I don't know, even though I have students who speak Arabic. But I'm going to talk about my experience in the US and let me know if this resonates with you. I have gone shopping and I purchased something. Let's just say that I purchased a dress, a pair of shoes, and a handbag. I purchased 3 things: a dress, shoes, and a handbag. When I got home, I realized that the handbag did not go or match very well with the shoes. In the US, if you are not happy with a product, in most of the stores, you can return the item within 30 days. Let me know if you understand what I've said so far. That would be a yes or a no. Remember, my session is interactive. I purchased a dress, a pair of shoes, and a handbag. When I got home, the shoes and the bag did not match, and I wanted to return the item within the 30 days. Do you understand? Type yes or no in the chat. Awesome. Choosing an outfit, shoes and bag is always a fun decision. Do you have an idea of what style or color you would like? I'm sure whatever you decide will be great. Okay. Well, that's a good statement, but that is not the question that I asked. So let me rephrase my question. I want to know if you understand this statement. If you purchase something in a store in the US, most stores will allow you to return an item within 30 days if you are unhappy with your purchase. Do you understand? That is the question. It would be yes or no. Okay, well, it looks like there's no one here but me at the moment. So I'll wait for someone else to join if possible. If not, that's okay too. So in the US, if you purchase something and you're unhappy with it, you get the opportunity to return that item back to the store. When you return the item back to the store, you get a refund of your money. Now, the reason I was asking and giving you the example, I wanted to talk about your disappearing subscribers. I want to tell you how you should look at your disappearing subscribers in a healthy way. Because if you choose not to look at it in a healthy way, you get stuck. You get completely stuck if you do not look at it in a healthy way. Now I see that your comment is there. Let me see if I can scroll down to see it. Okay, most stores allows returns within 3 days. So if you don't like something or it doesn't fit, you can easily return it. Just make sure the store's terms before purchasing. Yay! Absolutely. Now let's talk about your subscribers that are arriving and leaving. Think of your subscribers as an item that was purchased and they decided, I don't want this. And they return it to the store, which means it becomes a deduction from your subscribers. If you had 10 subscribers yesterday and this morning when you woke up, you had 8. 2 of these subscribers decided that they did not want to be in your group. So they left. Does that make sense? Let me know if what I just said makes sense to you. Let me know in the chat if what I said makes sense to you. And for those of you who are watching, today it is an interactive session. It is an interactive session where I'm going to learn from you, you're going to learn from me, and we both will come away with knowledge that we did not know or a better understanding of something. So, Owen, I'm waiting for you to answer if you understand the analogy of the reducing subscribers. Let me know if you understand the analogy that I gave you. You're right. We are human beings, not just products. Love and understanding are what make life beautiful. We shouldn't just be businesses. We should live with compassion and care. Well, I'm not so sure if I understand. I understand the words that you have written, but I think that you are overthinking what I'm actually asking. So an answer that I would say would be appropriate or good or better would be yes. Subscribers are like products. If they purchase something, they purchased you when they became your subscriber, they came home, watched your video, then they decided that I don't like your channel. So they returned the subscriber talent back to YouTube, saying that I no longer want this because it doesn't go with the other things on my YouTube channel. Let us assume that now you understand that. With my analogy, I returned the purse. Now I need a different purse, so I go to another store. Another store becomes another person's YouTube channel. I go to another person's YouTube channel and find more subscribers. So you decide to go to the store called Empowered Living. While you are at the store Empowered Living, you see more shoes, you see more purses, you see hats, and maybe you even see some clothing. But today, you're only interested in a purse. So, Owen writes, where is love? Okay, I don't know. But I have love for you. So for me, that is enough. And the fact that you're here is enough. I want to say to the other person that is watching, I really like to acknowledge the people in my chat. So if you could just type something so that your name will appear, I will recognize you. One of the things that people want to know, is, am I being seen? Do you see me? I may very well not be pronouncing your name correctly, so if you can put your name in the chat phonetically, I will pronounce it correctly. Okay, so that happiness, hello, happiness. Thank you so much for joining me. I was in this live stream with you with Season. And then I realized I needed to go live for myself as well. But it's so good to see you. How are you doing with your watched hours? Happiness. How are you doing with your watched hours? Um, because I know that you've got the subscribers. You have the subscribers that you need. What you will need to do is focus on your watched hours. And you are doing a phenomenal job with your watched hours as well. And I can tell you many good strategies, but I know that you have strategies because we've talked about it already. So I won't talk to you about strategies, but I want you to know that I'm so excited as always to see you in one of my lives. And I am doing amazing. It is 2025 and I have no complaints. My grandbaby is due next week. So I will have grandbaby number 2 maybe next week. I'll have grandbaby next week and I'm so excited. Says, no need to apologize. It doesn't affect me at all. Mistakes happen. What matters is the good intentions. All right, I think you were talking about your name when I said that, if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. So thank you so much for allowing me the grace of pronouncing your name phonetically and not feeling any particular way about my mispronouncing it, if in fact I am mispronouncing your name. Another thing I want to point out to people is this. Whether you're online live or just living your best life, it is always, always good to speak with positivity, no negativity. If you want to do something, do not say, I think I will do. Just say, I will do it. If you do not do it and your intentions were good, all is forgiven. If you say, I think I will do it, most likely you are not going to do it. And that is just something that you learn from psychology classes, Psychology 101. Your brain doesn't know anything any differently than what you tell it to do. But if you say things positively, your brain will say, didn't you say you were going to do this? Now you're saying you will try? Okay. Well, since you said you were going to try, it's okay if you don't do it. Thank you so much. May God bless you, and I wish you all the happiness and joy with your grandchildren and children as well. Thank you so much. I have one son. My one son is 40 years of age. So I don't have anyone living here in my house that need me to do anything for them, like fix food, wash clothes, nothing. I love, love, love my life. So having the laptop lifestyle agrees with me. When you're doing your lives, if you haven't visited Happiness channel, please connect. Happiness is a good supporter, a good person, and she will support you in a manner or better than you support yourself and others. So I want you to know that support is key. Those of you that are supporting me today by showing up on my live, you're helping me get additional watched hours so that as ads appear on my page, in lieu of you giving me money, YouTube is going to give me money. And we can talk about how YouTube is benefiting if that is something that is of interest to you. So says, I am 43 years old and I'm single. That's a good place to be. 43 and single. Do you have any children? And I don't ask that in a disrespectful manner, because a lot of people in the U.S. are not married, have never been married, and they have children. So, although you may speak Arabic and your culture is Arabic, you could have a spouse or you could have children. I don't know. But either way, being single for me is wonderful. I am 71, and being 71 without any responsibility other than myself, I think helps to keep me fresh and alive. What else can I answer for you guys? I'm loving the fact that you're here to support me, but I want to say that getting on YouTube is not necessarily that easy, but it definitely is not that hard. You do not have to have a script, but you do need to have an idea, not initially, of what is it that you enjoy doing that you can talk about for 10 minutes without interruption. Okay? What is it that you can talk about for 10 minutes without interruption? Let me give you an example. I am not going to talk for 10 minutes. I just want to give you an example. I want to tell you about the best coffee there is in the world. And the best coffee in the world is Nescafe coffee. The ease at which I can use my instant coffee is just like that. I put my cup of water in the microwave. When I put the water in the microwave, I set it for 3 minutes. When I set it for 3 minutes, then I remove it from the microwave and I put my instant coffee in the cup, stir it, get my coffee creamer, pour it in, and I pour in as much coffee creamer as I wish. And I can tell you that this becomes like the best cup of coffee ever. Do you see how I just talked about something that was not relevant to anything? I just want to emphasize the ease at which it is when you want to start talking on YouTube and you don't know what you want to talk about. I wear glasses. I got these glasses last year, and without these glasses, I can hardly see anything. I know that there's a phone in front of me, but that is about it. Now, when I put my glasses back on, I can see some of the words on my cell phone screen, but down below, I also have my laptop, which is expandable in terms of making the words larger so that I can see them. So I want you to know that it's just not that difficult. It may be difficult because you have fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Says, Subhanallah. It seems that you maintain your youth and vitality wonderfully. Indeed, age has no effect when a person is full of energy and positivity like yours, or like you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And yes, I am full of positivity and high energy. Wait for the baby. Oh my gosh. When that baby comes, I'm going to spoil this baby coming just as I'm spoiling the one that's already here. The one that is already here will be 2 in February. But they do not live with me. For the first 3 months, I lived with them. Typically what African families do, not so much in the U.S., but I'm retired, so I had the flexibility of taking my lifestyle with me to their home. And I'll do the same next week. I'll be going to their home and I'll take my laptop with me there. So I never lose connectivity unless I just choose not to go on live. Um, so we're going to address for you on what are we going to do about those subscribers that are coming and not staying. First, I want you to think of your mindset. Think of it as these are individuals who decided that they were not interested in being a part of your community. Remember, I said that this is an interactive session. And I'm going to know some information that you're not even aware that I'm going to understand based upon what I'm going to ask you. Do you know which subscribers unsubscribed to you? Do you know the names of the people that unsubscribed to you? That would be a yes or no. Do you know the names of the individuals that unsubscribed to you? Did you tell me you're 71? Can hardly believe it. You look like you're in your... Well, thank you for that. I said that my son is 40. My son turned 40 in December. On December 5th, my son turned 40, and I am 71. I turned 71 years of age in September. Now, let's go back to you. Do you know the names of the people who unsubscribed to you? That would be yes or no. And for the other person that is watching, if you can just give me a thumbs up, hearts, or something to let me know that you are watching, that will be fantastic. And we'll continue with this interactive lesson or this interactive session. My goal, as in the name of my channel, Empowered Living. Okay, thank you for your honesty. I did not think that you would know the names of the people who unsubscribed. Since you do not know the names of the people that had unsubscribed to you, that also tells me that you had not built a relationship with those individuals. Just like the purse that I returned to the store, I had never really used it. I didn't get to know. Maybe I had another pair of shoes it would go well with. I just didn't want the shoes. They just didn't want to be a subscriber. That may not be the case, so let me give you another scenario. And whatever scenario we go with, it doesn't matter because the subscriber is gone. Supposedly, YouTube is a business. A business is in the market to make money. YouTube is not a game where people come to see who can win or lose. That's not what YouTube's purpose is. YouTube's purpose is to make sure that the people who are on their platform are honorable and they want to be here for the purpose that YouTube is designed for. Actually, I don't keep track of the names of my unsubscribers. I focus more on the content and engages with my audience. But I appreciate all the support from everyone, whether they stay or go. Yes! That is the attitude. That is the positive attitude that I want you to hold on to. Because if you had 10 subscribers and it reduced to 8 the next day, the very fact that you know that you can get 10, but now you have 8, you know that it has been done, which means you can do it again. So the 2 subscribers that you no longer have can be replaced, as with my purse, with other subscribers. I like the fact that you are keeping track of focusing on the content and engaging with your audience, and that you appreciate the support from everyone. Now, of the number of subscribers that you have, I'm almost certain that you do not know the names of the majority of the 687 subscribers that you have. Because with my 1,000 plus subscribers that I have, once I reach, I think 201 subscribers, I don't remember the people's names, but I do remember Tyler. Tyler was my 200th subscriber. And I was so happy because I said, I need one more subscriber so I can have 200. And Tyler became my 200th subscriber, and he said he would become my next subscriber, and he was my 200th subscriber. And I remember Tyler specifically for that and his number. There are many other subscribers that I have that I remember, like Pauline, Goodness, Season. These are people who show up for me almost every single day, if not every day. I remember them with fondness, and it's more than them. Those are the people that you can count on when you need something. They will be there to support you because they've been showing up for you on a regular basis anyway. So now, with the number of subscribers that you currently have, you want to, if you're not already doing this, focus on nurturing them. If you have 687 subscribers, for me, this is for anyone who has 500 subscribers. Anyone who has 500 subscribers should be focusing on building the watched hours. You should focus on building your watch hours now at the same time that you're getting your subscribers. Because when you get that rhythm with your subscribers, you really could have the number of subscribers that you need by the end of January 31st, 2025, if you were serious about doing the business of getting your subscribers. Then you would have the challenge of getting the watched hours. So the urgency is not there to get the 687 subscribers because you don't have the 4,000 watched hours, unless I'm wrong. If you already have the 4,000 watched hours, then we definitely need to look at strategies to get you to 1K subscribers by January 31st. And I have strategies that are workable strategies. Do you have 4,000 watched hours, Do you have No. Okay. So why don't we think about working on both of these things at the same time? Do you have Restream? Do you do Restreams, That would be a yes or no. Do you do Restream? All right, you do not do Restream. Is there a reason why you do not do Restream? Is there a reason you do not do Restream? And for the other person that is watching, I would love to interact with you. If you would just maybe tell me something in the chat, then I will respond to you. Okay, so there's no reason why you're not doing Restream. Are you aware that there is an application named Restream? Are you aware that there is an application named Restream? Thank you so much for subscribing. Speak excellent English. I'm thrilled to have you as part of the channel. Looking forward to sharing more exciting content with you. Okay, thank you so much for speaking to Speak Excellent English Academy. Speak Excellent English Academy is my academy. That's my ESL group that I'm looking at only because I just want to see the screen. So my question was, are you familiar with what was I asking? Are you familiar with Restream? I know that you don't use it, but are you familiar? Are you aware that it exists? Have you heard of it? Have you ever heard of it? And the other person that is here, thank you so much for being a part of this live stream. Thank you so much. I love having interactive live streams. This keeps it interesting. It brings energy into the group. It gives me an opportunity to answer questions that individuals have, and I share that information to the group of people that are watching or those that will watch the replay. So my question, yes, I'm familiar with not live stream. This is a live stream. What we're doing right now is live stream. I'm talking about Restreams. I'm doing live streaming now. This is a live stream. What we are doing at this very moment is live stream. My question is Restream. Restream. R-E-S-T-R-E-A-M. I'm asking you about Restream. There is a difference. Have you done any live streaming yourself? All right, so you wrote okay, but that doesn't answer my question. So let me ask you again. Are you familiar with Restream? Restream is different than live stream. Restream is different than live stream. Yes, I'm familiar with Restream. It's a great platform for streaming to multiple platforms at once. Have you used it for live streams? To answer the question that you're asking me specifically, as I understand it, the answer would be no. I have not used Restream for live stream, but I have used Zoom for live streams. I have used YouTube for live streams. I have used something with the StreamYard for live streams, but I have never used Restreams for my live streams. I have used Restream. I have used Restream, and they are housed on YouTube. But I have never done a live Restream where I am visible. If I am on when I'm doing a Restream, I'm doing so just by text typing. I know I could turn my camera on, but usually my Restream is played specifically for people at night, although I run my Restream almost 24 hours a day. I just turn it off and then I start a different one. I don't know if that answers your question, but as I understood it, that would be my answer. And I think if you want to use Restream on multiple platforms, it is the paid version. But I don't use it on but one platform. So we now have another person that has joined us. Welcome to my live stream today. Today I am answering questions, providing solutions or talking through solutions to what situations you may find yourself in and would like to have some type of resolution. It's an interactive session. Before you leave, I'm going to ask you if you would make sure that you give me a thumbs up. The purpose of the thumbs up or the hearts or even typing in the chat is to let the algorithm know that there is action taking place on this channel. In lieu of other types of compensation, this is one way that you can say thank you for showing up. And I'm saying thank you for showing up for yourself by allowing you to ask questions. And I'm benefiting by getting watched seconds. I am benefiting by getting watched minutes. I am benefiting by getting watched hours. So if this is something that intrigues you and you'd like to know more, let me know. And I'm going to answer in the best of my ability the question that you asked. I do again want to say thank you so much for showing up for me today so that I can continue to grow on YouTube. Any questions? Any comments? Anything that you found surprising about YouTube? Anything that you would like others to know that you found out and maybe we don't know? We are all learning on this new YouTube stratosphere because it has definitely changed from what it was 10 years ago or 14 years ago. I'm still a newbie when it comes to technology, but I'm learning and loving the process. It's exciting to explore all the possibilities and tools out there, even though I'm just getting started. I can definitely relate to what you're saying, Ulam. There's so much that's going on and it's changing so quickly that by the time you learn something sufficiently, there's another new shiny tool out there. One of the things that you want to keep in mind is that you don't want to try to focus on too many things at one time. When you start chasing so many things at one time, you cannot maintain your focus and you don't get nearly as much done as you would have if you focused on one thing. So let's just say, for example, Nige was in earlier, and maybe Nige has returned. I don't know. And Nige was asking about editing a thumbnail. If you do not know how to find a thumbnail, it isn't going to be much use for you to learn how to edit the thumbnail. That's not necessarily the advice that I was giving Nige, but it was something to this effect. Last week, I had given instructions or directions, but I didn't get any follow-up, so I don't know whether that was successful or not. And it becomes a point of redundancy to give additional instructions if you can't grow on something that you're already building. It becomes redundant to try to take on something else, unless you're saying, I'm relinquishing that idea. I don't want to do that anymore. Because I do that when I say that I want to learn how to do voiceovers. I wanted to start learning how to do voiceovers. And I was doing voiceovers for this channel and for my videos. Then I found this app, this AI app that did the voiceovers for me. So I don't need to do any more voiceovers because there's an app out there that I can use to do the voiceovers. So I don't need to perfect my voiceovers anymore. So I've like tossed that idea. But you're right, there are so many tools. So I know that you're not asking me for any advice, but this is what I would suggest, that with the variety of tools that are out there, think of something that you want to become better at doing in the area of technology. Focus on that until you can become better. You don't have to be the best at it, but you're going to become better at it. When you become better at it, then you can add something else. But if you're focusing on 10 things at one time, you most likely aren't going to get done with any of it in a good way because you're going to be distracted. Just as I was distracted when I was fixing breakfast. I don't know if you were here, but I was supposed to be cooking eggs and pancakes. I never got to the eggs because I was talking to you guys, looking back at the phone, looking back at this pan, looking back at the stove, that I had already eaten the pancakes. So I'm going to let that hold me until I'm ready to eat a little later today. Let's see, we have, how many people? We have 5 people watching. Guys, please give me a thumbs up. And I really, honestly, I want to tell you about YouTube. I want to tell you how YouTube is changing. I don't know when you came in. I don't know what questions you have, but I can tell you that YouTube is changing, and it's changing just like that. That is correct. Eggs are such a versatile ingredient, whether scrambled, fried, boiled, or poached. They're always delicious. So let's talk about eggs. I went to this restaurant. One of my friends was celebrating his birthday. And I really wasn't that hungry for the prices of the meal. It was lunchtime. So I thought I would get something, the least expensive thing on the menu, and it was $15. $15 and something. And it was Eggs Benedict. I had never had Eggs Benedict before. I didn't know what to expect. I just knew that it was the least expensive thing on the menu. So I ordered Eggs Benedict. It was an egg that was runny on top with the white part. The yolk was sitting on the white part. Yeah. It was not good, and that was a waste of my $15, but I was enjoying the company and the celebration. Hey, Stitching It Up. Thank you so much for joining. It's good to see you. It is good to see you. Happy New Year. How are things with you today? How are things with you today? I hope things are well. All is well with me on my end. And I just want you all to know that Stitching It Up is a great person to connect with. If you have not connected with Stitch It Up, please consider connecting with Stitching It Up. That's fine. I know that as you're building your community, we are not necessarily unloyal when we only come in for a few minutes just to show love and support. Just stopping in to say hello is what is going to keep you top of mind, and you're going to become one of the subscribers that when I truly need to say, I need a few people to do something for me, I can almost know the people that I can ask if they would do something for me, even if they don't stay for the complete amount of time that I'm on a live stream. Most people do not have a full hour that they can just sit and talk to me about what? Nothing. Most people are going to come because they have a question they want me to answer, or they're coming to get the information that I'm going to dispense. Because as a dispenser, my channel is Empowered Living. My goal is to give you something that you can take away that will enrich your life. So thank you so much for showing up for me, Stitching It Up. Today's session, as most of my sessions going forward in 2025, I'm hoping that they are going to be considered interactive. Interactive for me simply means I'm going to draw on the energy that you bring in by answering your questions, ask you questions, learn from you, so that when you leave me, you can feel more empowered for the life that you deserve. Let's see. Says comforting at the same time. Eggs Benedict is such a classic breakfast. Well, it may be a classic breakfast dish, but it isn't something that I had ever eaten before. I had heard of it, but I never ate it, so I've never ordered it. And perhaps I had seen pictures of it, but I didn't know that's what it was that I was seeing a picture of. The creamy hollandaise sauce paired with the perfectly poached egg is a game changer. Love how it's both indulgent. Well, I'm glad that you like it, and I'm not speaking negatively about it, but I don't think I will ever order it again. Too busy here. Capturing Country Life. Hi, Tamra. Thank you so much. I don't care for runny eggs either. Give me a hard-boiled egg. You can give me a soft fried egg or hard fried egg. Either one would be fine for me. So Tamara, thank you so much for joining me today. I think you might be one of my newer subscribers. I can't really know for sure, but I'm really happy that you're here. And for me today, I'm just wanting to make my session interactive. As going forward in 2025, my sessions are interactive. I share what I know. I ask, how can I help? And then I'll give you the best of what I know. In YouTube is like being a new parent. Every child that you have is different. It is not a one size fits all, but there are some general commonalities. If you want to become monetized, the commonality is you need 1K subscribers. The commonality is you need 4K watched hours. But all of those things are changing. That is changing, but it hasn't changed yet. So don't wait for the change to come. Be the change maker yourself. Work as hard and as fast as you can to get what is on the table now. Because when the change comes, you've got to shift gears. And shifting gears is a reminder to me. My brother had a stick shift car, and I wanted to apply for this job. And in order for me to apply for the job, I had to learn how to drive my brother's car so that I could get to the job on time with his stick shift car. And he took me out and we practiced and we practiced, and the car would cut off when I couldn't move my clutch or move my foot fast enough. I don't know exactly what I was doing even to this day. But I did manage to get to the interview. This was many years ago, like 50 years ago. I didn't get the job. I did not get the job. But I understood what it meant to be able to switch gears. And this is how life is, being able to switch gears to accomplish and get the things that you want. So now I'm going to ask you, if there are people here that have not given me a thumbs up, this is a good time for you to give me a thumbs up before you leave. I would definitely appreciate it. Now let me read. Tamara says, okay, thanks Tamara for coming back. I was on earlier, but I had to jump in the shower. Nothing like that healthcare. Stitching up, capturing country life, scrambled and boiled. Says, I got it. It's all about what makes you happy. Everyone has their own style when it comes to eggs. What's your go-to breakfast then? I don't necessarily think I have a go-to breakfast. Let me show you what my go-to breakfast probably is. This is probably my go-to breakfast. It is Nature Valley, sweet and salty, 15 bars. So I'll come downstairs and grab a bar, open it, and have that. That is my go-to. Stitching up says capturing country life. I tried stick shift one day about age 16. Never again. Nice choices. Scrambled and boiled eggs are classic and so versatile. Do you add any special seasoning or toppings to them? Just salt and pepper. Just salt and pepper. And no toppings for me. Unfortunately, a strict diet. I'm not on a diet. I just want to get it done. Eat and get it done. My pancakes that I had this morning, you just add water in the mix, put it in the pan. Well, oil. Then I'm gone. I'm done. My go-to breakfast is avocado toast, fried eggs, turkey sausage, and a slice of tomato. That sounds like restaurant style food. Now that's my joint there. That is my joint there. If someone's going to prepare all that, but no. Totally understand. Sticking to a strict diet can be tough, but so rewarding. It's all about the balance, and keeping things simple sometimes is the best way. Wishing you all the best on your journey. Yeah. Healthy journey. Life, Stitching says, I do love bacon. I do too. I love it. I love all of the things that have been mentioned. However, I just don't buy them and keep them in my refrigerator. Leela's Culinary Treasures, scrambled eggs, cheddar, avocado pepper, and an English muffin. Hey, SSV! Hello! How are you? Happy New Year! Thank you for showing up. And I appreciate you. All right. So, I'm going to say to you, SSV, you may have a weight concern, but my channel is Empowered Living, right? When we tell our brain something, our brain accepts this as our truth. Now, I'm just going to use the word struggle for just a moment. You say that you struggle with your weight. That means that when we change the way that we see things, we do things differently and it becomes a little bit easier. So maybe you have decisions that you need to make about your weight. That's better than, this is just my professional opinion, than saying that you struggle. Because when you struggle with something, I don't know why it appears that the negativity of something always wins out. Negativity draws at us so much that we give into the struggle. Oh, I'm giving up. This struggle isn't worth it. It's too much. But if we give ourselves an opportunity to say that I have some decisions to make about my weight, that's allowing you the opportunity to have some choices. Now, you have choices when you're struggling, but you have to do this mind game just as if you were a child or you were talking to a child. It isn't enough to tell a child to stop playing with something. Stop playing because I told you so. Well, chances are the child is going to do it again because you haven't given them reason enough or large enough why they should stop. Just because you said so don't mean I'm going to do it. I'll stop doing it for now. But nothing rings in that child's mind like, oh, I was told not to do this because. So there's a difference. And this is what I try to do on Empowered Living. Listen to what you're saying and just give it back to you, what I hear you saying and why some things are not working. Now, when I say that my laptop lifestyle is flexible, it is. And next week, my second grandbaby is coming. I'm taking my laptop with me to my son's house and my daughter-in-law's house. And they have a almost 2 years old already here that will be 2 in February. My lifestyle isn't going to change because I'm at their house, but my hours will change. And it's a more flexible laptop lifestyle. All right. Yes, thank you for the congrats on my upcoming grandbaby. Let me see who is here. Totally understand. Sticking to the diet. Healthy journey. I do love bacon. Me too. I love the scrambled egg. Leah's culinary. I do too. Stitching it up. SSB. Happy New Year. Capturing Control. SSB. Beyond Bacon. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. I agree. Okay. Yep. You're right about negativity. This is the true garbage in exactly Beyond. Hey, Beyond Chia. Yes, garbage in, garbage out. So whatever you put in is what is going to come out. Changing your mindset. That's what it's all about. Just change your mindset. Tamara says she agrees. SSV agrees. Yay! Oh, look at my numbers count. Yay, guys. Thank you for coming in and popping on. Big Jack, I'm going to be there today. I hope. But no, Big Jack, I saw the 11th. I saw that you're scheduled for the 11th. I didn't see anything for this Sunday. So hopefully you're going to be on this today. Because next week, my grandbaby is coming. And I'm not sure where I will be, whether I'll be, in the hospital or in a place where I won't be able to listen. But we'll see. Big Jack, good. Big Jack says good morning. No. And Tamara says hello, good morning to Big Jack. Thanks, Big Jack. Everybody hit the like button. And congratulations. Okay, so what did I say? When people show up, I get the energy. And I'm going to give the energy back. So I do know that there are thousands and thousands of people on these YouTube streets. and you can't stay with me for the full however long I'm going to be here unless you plan for it. Now, I had not planned for however long I was going to come on today. I just felt like in 2025, I'm going to do more than what I did in 2024. So here I am having breakfast with you guys today. Now, okay, so everybody, make yourself a mental note to go to Big Jack's story time tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and watch his show. And Big Jack, let me know when you want me to come on, and I need to pencil it in. I'm ready to share what I know with you and everyone else. Don't forget to hit the like button, like you and yours conversation. Now, YouTube is changing. For example, look at what Big Jack is going to be able to do tonight at 7 p.m. He didn't just start today doing this awesome interaction with a guest and an audience, right? So you're going to be able to watch some type of interaction, learn something, ask questions, bringing energy from outside to the inside and receiving energy from the inside out. This is how I can say, and it qualifies, YouTube is changing. YouTube is not the YouTube that it was 20 years ago. YouTube was not competing with TikTok, Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook, and any other social media that is out there. And because of that, everything has to change. I don't know who was here with me last night when I talked about when I grew up at the age of 71, which is what I am now. You may not know personally, but you have probably, if you live in the US, you've seen these black and white shoes that people in the 50s, the kids, wore when they went to school. Those shoes never, ever wore out. They never wore out. My sister had the black and white shoes. When she outgrew the shoes, guess what? I was growing into that size because those shoes never wore out. When I outgrew those shoes, my younger sister was growing into those shoes because those shoes never, ever wore out. At the time, now the cost of living is different than what it was back then. Those shoes probably cost $3. $3. And they last about 10 years. Okay? Now, you can't buy anything for $3. Sneakers are like $200 and they're only good for a season. You understand? What better example can I give to you when I talk about YouTube? 20 years ago, YouTube did not even exist. Look at what you can do now. Now that we have TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube had to up their game. And YouTube is making it easier. And yes, YouTube is on easy mode. This is the time for you to consider, even if you don't do anything with it. This is a good time for you to get in and get those benchmarks so that as YouTube changes, you will have already set yourself up for the change. Now, let me take a moment. Oh, Resilient, you got some of those shoes. You got some of those black and white shoes. Oh, Lord. Honestly, I have the pictures. I'm going to go get my picture. Well, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find my. I don't know. I thought it was on the TV stand, but that picture of me in my black and white shoes is not up there. So maybe my son has it. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Uh, let's see. Good morning, Big Jack. Congrats on the grandbaby. Thank you. Tamara, Matt is awesome. Says, good morning, Big Jack. SSB, hi, Big Jack says, all in one, thanks. Says, take care. SSB, hi, Big. And Big Jack says, make sure everyone hit the like button. Yes, everyone. Hi, Big Jack. Congratulations. Hi, Leah from SSB. Yeah, it's a show scheduled for tonight. Yes, I'll be there. Absolutely, Big Jack. So every time, let's show some love, everybody. I like you and yours. Conversation. Empowered Living. Thanks for the promotional shout out. Absolutely. And Resilient Queen says, I still got some of mine from high school. And okay. So bye, friend. Bye, SSV. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so I just wanted to share that memory as I went down memory lane to let you know that YouTube is no different than any other organization. School systems change, hospitals change, banks change, restaurants change. So why wouldn't YouTube change? Right now, YouTube is making it easier for people to be on YouTube. People such as myself, that is 71 years of age, that did not grow up with technology, it could be very challenging. Okay? Notice I didn't say it's a struggle. It's a challenge, but when you have challenges, that means that I'm not going to be defeated, or I'm not going to accept the challenge. If I'm struggling with something, I'm already involved and entangled with it. But if it's a challenge, I can choose to accept it or not. And I have decided to accept the challenge. Big Jack says, you are doing an awesome job. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate it. And I do want to say again, before any of you leave, be sure to give me a thumbs up. And this is why and how it works. Everyone is not designed to stay with any YouTuber for an hour plus. If I can get 15 minutes from someone, I'm happy for it. I'm even happier if you can stay longer. I'm happy if you only just came in and say, hey, stop by to show love and support. You're doing that for one reason, for me to reciprocate when I have more time. If I never have more time and I see that you are live and I can't stay, I can just pop in and give you a thumbs up and say nothing. Or I can pop in and say, hey, just showing love and support, which lets me know that you're not going to stay for a very long period of time. But my mind is a marvelous machine. The more I see you showing up for me, I'm going to show up for you. And when you need something, all that you need to do is to ask. And that was how I met my goals. I said to everybody, please, 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 I'm just a few hundred away from reaching my watched hours. Please watch all, part, or any of my playlists for me. If you were one of the ones who watched part of one, all of one, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. If you weren't able to do any of that, I still appreciate the fact that you took the time to look at it. You read the comment. And at the time that you're reading the comment, you're probably on a page that is giving me some seconds or something. So whatever it was that you did, what small part you played, what large part you played, I am so appreciative of it. And don't hesitate to ask me to do something in your stead. When I can help you, I am here for that as well. Now, now that you know that YouTube is changing, if you have any hesitancy about what you should be posting, my job that I have defined for myself is not to teach you how to become a YouTuber. That's not my lane. That's not my expertise. But what I can tell you is how I arrived at the place, at the level of where I am today. That is what I can share with you. While sharing that information with you, it is from that point that I can answer questions. But I want to always give you something that will empower your life. And a lot of times it's only about your mindset. It's the way that you are talking to yourself. How are you receiving the information? Do you know that you spend more time with yourself than anyone else in the world? If you're spending more time with you than you're spending with anyone else, what better person should you be listening to for positivity than yourself? This is an opportunity for you to train yourself how to treat yourself. You may not know how to treat yourself. If you are accustomed to eating things like eggs Benedict, or I don't know, there may be some other fancy ways to eat an egg. I don't know. But if you're not accustomed to eating eggs Benedict, you've never had eggs Benedict, then you go to a restaurant and they're serving eggs Benedict, oh, that's what you're saying because that's just not your experience. But someone else who have gone to restaurants and eaten that way, who would eat a boiled egg or whatever my favorite would be? I hope that you're getting what I'm trying to say to you, that whatever your experience is, that is what you can relate to. It is very challenging for me, not so much now, but when I first started with using the technologies, it was very challenging. What's an app? What's an APP? An app. I know the word application, but people weren't saying application, they were saying app. So I had to adjust myself to be able to understand when I hear the word app, we're talking about an application. And when they're talking about an application, that helps me to understand, oh, I get it. I understand better now. So wherever you are, you want to try to remember, talk to yourself in loving and kind ways. When my parents bought me those black and white shoes, they were doing the best that they could for me at the times that we were living in. Everyone else was wearing those shoes anyway, not just me. Most people, most girls were wearing the black and white shoes. So why would I think that I should wear something differently? Because the people who were a little more fluent, they weren't wearing black and white shoes. And we didn't have it. I definitely did not have a job. I definitely could not contribute to the financial status of my family. And with my one child that I raised, no, they weren't wearing black and white shoes. Well, he was a boy. He is a boy. But he didn't get the fancy sneakers either. He just got something to put on his feet that would suffice the time. And life went on, and he survived living with his mom. So this is how you empower yourself. Come to channels such as my specific channel, now that I have reached my milestones, for more intentional information to grow a channel, not about how to build a channel, But what do you do when you build the channel? So what I'm doing is talking to you about how to empower your life. Now, I can say creating a YouTube channel is self-empowerment because you are creating passive income, your financial wealth, to be able to do the things that you wish to do. I'm here listening as I get ready for church. Thank you. Thank you, Resilient Queen. Um, when Resilient Queen just popped in and left me this message, it isn't necessary for her to comment, but she realized the value of giving me an opportunity to earn seconds, minutes, and hours. What else is she doing? She wants to support me. And this is what I do sometimes. I'm listening to someone that I want to support while I'm vacuuming a room, making a bed, but I don't have the time or the luxury to just sit and just look at the person. Because, I mean, just think about it for a moment. For those of you who are just sitting and just looking at me and you're not interacting, is this really benefiting for you? Now, I know on my other channel where it is Speak Excellent English, that is what the students are doing. They are definitely sitting and looking and watching me. They are looking at my mouth to try and enunciate the words that I am speaking. Then they may say, I did not understand what it is that you said. Could you repeat that? And I will say, of course I can repeat that. And they are getting the enunciation of the words that I'm speaking. But on Empowered Living, it's more about getting information that is going to help you empower your life. Now, some people need to have someone to talk to. But in this venue, unlike what you're going to get tonight, you don't get to speak to me by voice. You only get to speak to me by texting. But that is when I can say that if there are 50 people on a call, this is what I call on a call, I don't expect 50 people to stay on here for 3 hours. And I'm not giving you something. I don't have an agenda. You're not asking me questions. No, but you're popping in and then you're going to go over to someone else, or you can come back and forth just to show support. So now my question comes back to those of you who are watching, and it looks like there are 5 people still actively engaged here. Keep the algorithm going, because when you leave, YouTube will send someone else, not so much to replace you, but because you have hit the like button, you've sent up a heart, you typed something, YouTube is looking to see if there's activity on this channel. And if there's activity on this channel, YouTube is constantly working those little algorithm bots. They're just there's activity on Empowered Living, and somebody pops in that I've never met before, and then the algorithm goes again. There's no action going on. So everybody take a moment and hit the thumbs up. If you don't hit the thumbs up, do a tap tap. That way. Okay, Leah, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful Sunday. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Just know that I'm really happy that all of you are here. And I do wish that if there is a question that I can answer for anybody, that's what I want to do. I want you all to get as much as you possibly can from being here in this session today. I really want you to get as much as you can from this session today. If you do not know someone in this session today, if someone is in this session today and you have not met them, you have not subscribed to them, please consider subscribing to their channel. Go to their channel, leave a comment on a video, and avoid the opportunity of getting those who might subscribe and then change their mind. So that's just something that I would encourage you not to do. Do not join anybody's channel that you think that you might not enjoy, because you'll start to unsubscribe. I was talking to earlier about subscribers. Even if someone unsubscribes from your channel, this is just true stuff. The probability of your knowing who unsubscribed to you is highly unlikely. It is possible, which means that every time someone subscribed to your channel, you went to YouTube Studio and you wrote down their name. Zoop, 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 zoop. So if you had 50 people to subscribe to you on, I don't know, January 1, and then today is January 5, on January 1 you had 48 subscribers. On January 5 you only had 43. Now you can look at the people who subscribed on January 1st, and if that person's name is not in that list, most likely that is the name of the person that's on your list that you wrote down on January 1 that unsubscribed. But it becomes totally irrelevant. That's not really relevant. Why do you need to account for what you've lost? It's better to account for what you have gained. It isn't even necessary, in my opinion, this is my opinion, to write down every subscriber that you had. It's okay if you do, but you are going to focus on those individuals that are interacting with you. Let's just say, for example, I don't know if Big Jack is still here, but let's just say that Big Jack is still here. Big Jack attends lots of my sessions. I don't necessarily know whether he even stays long. I don't know if he's even still here now. And again, that's not relevant. But the fact that he showed up lets me know that he does support what I do. He may not even care about what I'm talking about, but he cares about me as a supporter. He wants to keep me encouraged, and that's what many people did, many of you guys did, to help me get my milestones, and I appreciate it. So this is why we do what we do. But my message may be for those individuals who are not even subscribers on YouTube. You know, there are lots of people who are not subscribers to anybody. They just show up. My message might be for many people like that. And I'm happy for them, because as they watch the information, the valuable information that I'm giving to them about an empowered life, YouTube is compensating me by giving me a monthly check. Okay, let me see. Is there any more comments here for me? Okay, so Big Jack, I was just using you as an example. I know who the busiest, well, I don't necessarily know if I know who the biggest or most active people are on YouTube, but those individuals who are active, they're just popping in to let me know that if I need something, I'm here for you. They got my back. Those individuals who are just beginning, you're not really busy. Even though you may have a family, you may have a house that is in disarray, you may have company that's coming next week, and you say, oh my God, I got so much to do. Well, here's the thing. I am not making light of the fact that people have lives, especially when I hear the young people. When I hear the young people say, oh, I got so much to do. And I am not the only mother that has had a child. I am not. And many people that will come online, you're not going to be the only person on YouTube with child. But let me give you another example of people who, like, well, do they think I fell out of a coconut tree? That's what Kamala Harris's mama said. Did you fall out of a coconut tree? Okay, seriously. People will tell me, and if you can relate to this, then this message is for you. I can't do my live streams because in whatever part of Africa they live, the lights went out. Ah! What? You didn't have electricity? Oh my gosh. Now keep in mind, I'm going to tell you again that I am 71. Some of you may find this like, what? When I was growing up, I had an outdoor toilet. Outdoors, not indoor plumbing. There was an outhouse, had a roof, and 2 little holes on the side where if my sister and I had to go to the bathroom, to the potty at the same time, 2 of us could sit in that stinky little house together and do what we needed to do. Anyway, before I digress, people in some parts of Africa will say that they cannot do live streams because the power went out. That could conceivably be an obstacle. Going to the outhouse could conceivably be an obstacle. So let's talk about the outhouse. To remove the obstacle of going to the outhouse for us as kids at night, we had a night pot. We had a little pot, about this tall, and had a lid on it that if we had to go do our business at night, we did it in the night pot. It didn't matter how many people had to use the night pot because that pot did not get changed until the morning. Obstacle removed, solution solved for that period of time. Now, let's look at those individuals who are without light in some parts of Africa. This doesn't happen just once. This happens frequently. You may not necessarily know the time that it is going to happen, but you know most likely it is going to happen every day. This is an obstacle. When something is an obstacle, you recognize it as an obstacle, you remove the obstacle. You go around it, you go over it, you go through it, or you create an alternative. When you do that, it is no longer an obstacle. So I have removed the obstacles for many people in parts of Africa. I didn't remove it. I gave them a suggestion. And I still hear some of the same people say the same thing. Oh, well, I couldn't do this because, I couldn't do this because. You couldn't do this because you really weren't hungry. Now, this is what I mean by that. Everywhere in the world, there is 24 hours available to us. It might stay darker longer in some places. It may stay lighter in some places, but there's still 24 hours around the world. If this is something that you can see yourself doing, you can do it. If you cannot see how it can be done, then it can't be done. Because your mind cannot create for you opportunities in something that you cannot visualize. So you may as well accept that as a fact. You know that you're not moving. You know that you can't change your situation. But if you could, would you? So this is what I tell the individuals. If they have a cell phone, at some parts of the day, there is daylight for everybody. Whether you live in Alaska Whether you live in Africa or whether you live in the United States, there is daylight somewhere. If you are hungry enough, record whatever it is that you want to record on your phone in advance. You don't have to go live. You can pre-record and premiere your information. This is if you, oh, but I want to go live. I want people to be able to see me. Well, how can you do it? If you can't do it, you can't move it, you can't go around it, you can't go through it, what must you do? If you can't see how you can accomplish it, then it can't be done. And maybe this is not your time. Maybe the time for you to get onto YouTube is when you can see yourself moving to a country where the lights aren't going to go out, or whatever the case may be. But do not look for excuses, because the excuses is not going to give you any income. As an educator, which is what I am, fortunately, I have never had to say that I didn't have an opportunity to work. But as an educator, if I found that I could not go to work, I don't think they're going to still give me a check and pay me for doing nothing. And that's the same with YouTube. YouTube is not going to pay you if you cannot perform. So if you can't perform, stop complaining. If you can perform, let's find a way for you to do that. And being on platforms where people are giving you strategic advice, what do you have to lose than to try it? So I was on earlier today, and let's just say XYZ needed 1,500 watch hours before qualification for monetization. And I asked, would you like for me to give you a strategy? And XYZ said, sure, I'd love to hear a strategy. And as I was giving and collecting information to create the strategy, I could hear the negativity. Well, I don't know if blah, 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 blah. And I said, right now, just concentrate on what you can do, not what anyone else can do. What can you do yourself? And I'm going to write it down, what you tell me. And he told me what he felt he could do. Blah, 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 blah. And then someone else in the community on this live stream asked questions, which was perfectly fine. But they were going against what I was suggesting to XYZ. So I said, in as nice a way as I can say it with the voice that I have right now, this strategy is not for everyone. Strategy. Oh, what happened? I don't know. It just said that. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, I don't know what happened, but I guess you all can hear me. Give me a number 3 if you can hear me. Okay, so I said that this strategy is not for everyone. This strategy is only for XYZ. And then XYZ, I asked, do you understand? And XYZ said yes. So I continued with what I was giving as the strategy. Then XYZ says, but what if blah, 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 blah. And I said, what I want you to focus on right now is just listening and understanding what I'm saying. You never know what other people are going to do. You cannot control what other people are going to do. No one could have told me 40 years ago that I would be divorced. What? What? Me? Nice me? Who would not want to be married to me? Well, obviously, my ex-husband didn't want to be married to me, and that's that. It took me a while to get past the fact that I'm no longer married, but I am. And I could be like, well, if I had done this and he had done that and blah, 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 blah. Well, that time, that ship has sailed. So I look at it this way. Had I not been married to this wonderful man that was my husband, I would not have the beautiful son that I have today. For that, I am grateful. So no matter what anybody could say, no matter what I could say, I am grateful for the product of the son that I have. So back to my analogy, I said to XYZ, you can't control how other people feel. You cannot control what other people do. All that you can do is ask. And when they tell you something, believe them. Maya Angelou says, when people tell you something, believe it the first time. In this case, a part of the strategy was to ask people in the community of that live session if they would support him, help him on this challenge. And I think there were 8 people in the challenge, in the community at the time, and 4 of them said they would. They had no idea what they would be volunteering for, but they said they would help. I don't know whether they're going to do it or not, but they said that they would. I trust that they will. I said that I would be a part of the number that was required, and then I gave him the strategy. And I asked people, now this strategy can work for anyone. Here's where conflict arises. Remember the thing about the egg Benedict? Okay. Life's journey takes us through so many paths, and each one shapes our story in a unique way. Very good. That's true. But let me tell you about this eggs Benedict. The restaurant had their own way of fixing the eggs Benedict. That's their strategy. So I looked at the menu. I volunteered to order the eggs Benedict, just as the people in that community volunteered to say that they would help with the challenge, not knowing what the challenge was going to be, me not knowing what the eggs Benedict was going to be. When it arrived, well, that's what I ordered. That's what I paid for. The people in the community, it's a 60-day challenge. They said that they would support. I trust them to do what they said that they were going to do. XYZ said, well, he doesn't know if everybody's going to do it. You cannot question what they said they were going to do. Trust their intentions. I mean, seriously, 2 of them might get sick and go to the hospital tomorrow. But trust them, they said that they would do it. And bye, Jack. I'll see you tonight. So there we have it. More to my point is, when you have a strategy, don't alter the strategy until you learn the strategy that you were offered. Or if you change the strategy, do not ask the giver of the strategy to help you adapt their strategy to meet what you want to make as a change. If you want to make a change, make it your strategy. That's no longer my strategy. So that was a little analogy that I wanted to present, and it makes perfectly good sense to me. And again, my goal is to empower you to see things in a different way, approach things in a different way, and have a good life as you're going through. Yep, we'll catch up tonight. So that is what empowered living does for me. Did this tell you how to build a YouTube channel? No. Did I tell you that YouTube is changing? Yes, I did. Do you believe me? I don't know. Do you have any questions that you want to ask me? If you do, the doors are open for you to ask me questions, and I will try to answer to the best of my ability. If there's something that you know that is going on in these YouTube streets that I may not know and you want to share with this community, I invite you to do so now. It would be valuable information for me and for everyone else. Thank you for the love, the algorithm movement, the push, the buttons, the thumbs up, all of that helps. And as I said, the more action that is going on, YouTube will let other people, the millions of people, know that there is something actionable going on here on this live stream. So everybody, please make a mental note to join Big Jack tonight on his live stream. And it's free. That's what I love about it. It doesn't cost you anything. Even if you can't stay, just show up. Just show up. Show love and support. Show a little love and support. How can I help? How can I help? There was a Netflix program called Amsterdam. It's amazing. It's an amazing show. And the theme or the tagline is, how can I help? I love that show. And maybe it'll come back on. I don't know. But I love that show. Okay. Everybody, it's a active, interactive live stream today. This is an active live stream. All right, let's find out who's still here then. Type a 2 in the chat if you're still here so that I know that there's someone here. Type a 2 in the chat if you're still here. If you have not connected with someone in this chat, please type their name and I'll give you their connection information. Or I can just assume that you know who everyone is and we'll leave it at that. Okay, I don't see any numbers coming through in this chat. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming. Let's see. All-in-one channel says it's the key to connection. I truly enjoy engaging with others and learning through meaningful conversation. Let's keep the dialogue going. I totally agree. Thank you so much. And you're not that far away from the subscribers that you need. You've got 687 now. There were like 6 people here that you probably don't know. If you connect with those 6 people, that would take you up to about 687. It's about 693. And you're well on your way. 300 is an easy number to get between now and December 31st. You could actually get those 300 in about 7 days or less if you actively pursue the individuals. But I'll leave that to you. I don't have any questions that anyone is asking. Yeah. Let me go back to my channel. But I'm here to support each and every one of you. So today I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for being my top contributor today. Big Jack, thank you for coming. I'll see you later this evening. Those of you who can join Big Jack, please find his information and connect. Leah's connect. SSV, it's always good to see you. Resilient Queen, thank you for showing up. And Tamara, thank you for showing up. Stitching it up, thank you. Tamara, thank you. I think that captures everyone. I think I said hello and thank you. And happiness, of course. Thank you so much for showing up today. Okay, it looks like someone else has joined. And so I'm just going to say, before you leave, please give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. And that lets the algorithm know that at least another person did show up. Today, as most of my live streams are going to be interactive. Interactive means that I'm going to say something and you'll be typing something in the chat. I'll be responding to it. It is from your energy and my energy that we come together and we make something that's explosive and beneficial to everyone. YouTube is in easy mode. It is in easy mode, but that doesn't mean anything to you if you're not active on YouTube. Easy mode only means it's easy mode to those who may have started 15 years ago. If you started your YouTube channel 15 years ago, yeah, it is definitely on easy mode. If you just started your YouTube channel within the last year, YouTube is not necessarily on easy mode because you have nothing to compare it to. I have something to compare it to. 15 years ago, I did start a channel. That channel is monetized, but it was not as easy as it is today to get a monetizable channel. It was easier for me to monetize this channel because I knew the ropes and I wanted to start another channel that has a different focus, that has a different purpose. And now I'm here to give you the benefit of how you can empower your life based upon the questions that you ask and what I know. If there aren't any questions, then I'm not going to assume that you know it all. I'm going to assume that there are questions that you want to ask. You just don't know how to ask the questions. Unfortunately, if you don't know how to ask the question, I'm not intuitive enough to know what it is that you don't know. So if you cannot verbally express in text typing what it is that you need, I'm going to encourage you to continue to do research, like watch other videos, see what other people are doing, and model what you see. Success leaves clues. Follow someone that is successful. Please do not try to follow someone that has 10,000 subscribers and they're killing it on YouTube. They are not going through any challenges. Or if they are going through challenges, they're going to be challenges that you perhaps are not ready for anyway. Who knows? You may not even have a YouTube channel. You may just be a supporter looking, trying to decide if this is something that you want to do. You could very well be someone who has never created a video and you want to see how people are creating videos. You may be someone who has never done a live stream and you want to see what are people talking about. And so I can genuinely tell you that we're talking about anything that we want to talk about. I did not have anything pre-planned. I just came on and I said you could talk about anything. Asked me what's my go-to breakfast. I picked up this. I can talk to you about this breakfast bar for 10 minutes if I choose to do so without any script. I can talk to you about the design of this cup for 10 minutes if I want to without any script. I can talk to you about anything, but was I able to do that without practice? No, probably not, but I can do it. And I didn't necessarily practice that, but just talk to the camera as if you're talking to a friend And this is what I feel like I'm doing now. I'm just talking to a friend. I'm talking to I want you to know that I really do appreciate your coming today. Your insight, your questions that you asked made me feel as if you were able to see me. And I hope you realize that I do see you as I'm talking to you. Your information, your awareness of an egg benedict tells me that you probably are a foodie. I am not a foodie. I like to go to a restaurant. I like to order my food. I like to go to places like Chick-fil-A or Zaxby's and get a salad. But no, I'm not one that is interested in preparing a meal at a table. I'm not interested in any special seasoning. I know the value of salt and pepper, and I can go on and on like that. So you see, I'm not talking about anything. I'm just having a conversation like, I'm so glad you stopped by today, and we can just chit chat a little bit, find out what you're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, blah, 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 blah. So this is all that it's like. And yeah, you think, nobody wants to hear you talk about that. And your point? What is your point for telling me that no one wants to hear me talk about my day? Obviously, if I can speak it, somebody wants to hear something that I have to say. Now, we may have to go through a lot of people to find those individuals that are my people, but my people are out there. Okay, my people, I'm going to talk for another 6 minutes. That will be a 2-hour stint for me on these YouTube streets. Then I'm going to end unless somebody has a burning question or a burning comment that they wish to make, and I will entertain it. Other than that, I'm going to say I value and appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will have an enjoyable week and find everything that you have ever wanted in the year 2025. We are on day 5 of 2025. If you are on this channel, you are alive. You have a lot that you can be grateful for today. And I want you to thank your God for allowing you to see another day. I'm going to thank my God for allowing me to see another day and to spend a part of that day with each and every one of you. So I'm talking to each of you as if there's only one of you, but my message is clear. You all are equally important to me, and I value your attendance, your presence, and your willingness to give me the minutes, the seconds, the hours of your time that is going to continue to contribute to my monetary success on these YouTube streets. So, with that said, I'm just monitoring the time on the clock and waiting for someone to ask me a question. This is the time that you all can start to say goodbye if you choose to. If you do not wish to say goodbye, then at the end of 3 minutes, 2 minutes, I will be disconnecting and I'm going to start my day of, not exactly sure what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll take a nap. I ate breakfast. No, I think I'll wash this cup and dispose of these paper plates that I have over here to the side and just call it a day and be done with everything that I need to do. Is there anything else? I can't think of anything else. But again, thank you guys for being with me today. It has been indeed a pleasure to help share with you what life can be like when it is empowered. And that is my empowered comment for today. I will send a message to each and every one of you that were here in attendance to thank you for showing up. And should I not send a message to you, it is because sometimes the internet does not favor my comments and I'm not able to leave comments. But I think I'll be able to leave comments. Let me see if I can copy the list. I'm going to copy the list before I disconnect and have you on a separate sheet. Okay. And let's see. I have committed to be on now for 4 minutes. Again, there are 4 people in attendance at the moment. I cannot express to you how valuable that is. I appreciate you all being here, showing up for me today. So thank you so much for that. And switch camera. I'm seeing if I can switch to an account. Let's save your account. YouTube Studio. Analytics. Content. Live. Okay. So I just looked at my analytics. I was on for 2 hours personally, and I have watch time hours of 11 hours. So this is amazing. Thank you guys for being here with me today. I appreciate you so very, very much. And until my next post, I love you guys. Bye for now.